Hello, family. Happy Sunday. Thank you for joining. Guys, go ahead and share. Share. Let's have some fun. Let's celebrate. We had another wow moment yesterday as ONPASSIVE officially hit the African continent in the city of Cairo, which happens to be the headquarters of Egypt. Hi, Andy. Welcome.
Hi, Comfort. Yes, very exciting. A new top, indeed.
I know a new top indeed. We have every reason to celebrate, guys. So we just want to have a quick look, and why not comment on the comment section? What does the update, the one of yesterday, mean to you? What do you think of us having another site in Egypt? How strategic is it to the business and to the continent and to the country? So Andy, you go first. Just let's know, please.
Well, some of you guys know that in Saudi they're building a place called Noem. Noem is going to be one of the largest cities. I think it's something in the region of 32 times the size of Manhattan. So it's a green city, but it'll stretch from the Red Sea, the Saudi side, to Jordan and down the coast of Saudi. So it will overlook, if you like, Egypt. But Egypt has a strategic start to Africa is phenomenal because again, Egypt is changing dramatically. So they're starting to do things very similar to Dubai. So they're beginning to build, for instance, islands similar to what they've done in Dubai with the Palm Island and the World Islands, etc. So they're building resorts, etc. Because Egypt is another major tourist destination.
Right. I think I found that too very interesting. First of all, I was just shivering, but I had to put myself together because first I was not expecting, and pop, here you go, Egypt. Egypt has been, I think it's a dream country to visit by every individual, including myself. I don't know whether you've been there before. And now we have every reason. And I don't know, Andy, one of the things I learned as of yesterday is that the population of Egypt is predominantly the young generation. So do you think that would have an impact to our business too?
Massive impact. I wish I was 30 years younger to be able to take full advantage of this business that we've got. Some of us, and I don't count you in this, but some of us older generation, if you like, are we see the vision. We caught what was going on, and we really understand what's going on. But as I said, I wish I was 30 years younger and had seen what we now see. So yeah, it's for Egypt is one of these places, as you say. There's a lot of upcoming youngsters that are very technically minded. They're keen to earn because at the end of the day, Egypt is not the most proliferant country in the globe. Incomes are fairly low, so this is going to be a massive move for ONPASSIVE to do similar to what we've done in Dubai, and start raising awareness and branding for ONPASSIVE in Egypt. But this is just the gateway to Africa. I don't know how many of you guys actually looked up the Nile City building last night on Google Maps.
But to be honest, I haven't yet. I'm yet to do a few stuff, to search up a few stuff that Ash mentioned yesterday, because it's very exciting. And I think it's a go-to. We need to know what we have and where we are going to. I think it's worth having a look, but I haven't yet.
Well, no, I mean, it's right in the center, if you like, but it overlooks the pyramids, and there's Egypt has been on my bucket list, and I know my sister has traveled there several times. She's been to Hurghada a number of times, and it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But there is so much to see in Egypt that we don't really know about. So you've got Karnak and Luxor and all of these other pyramids, like the Red Pyramid, the Brent Pyramid, not just Giza. So the three massive pyramids in Giza, and there's so much more to it that we don't know. Why were they built? Why were they built with such precision? at the end of the day, this is exactly what OnPassive is doing, building this business with precision and with thought behind it. So yeah, it's very exciting, Comfort.
Yeah, it is. It is indeed. So what this means to even to the continent in particular, given that I represent Africa here powerfully, this means just a lot, Andy, because I think you should know this. For some reason, I think I listen a lot to you, and I know how much you know. So, back home, people, we have lots and lots of certificates, qualifications. People invest a lot of money to educate children, borrow money, sell family properties, and do stuff like that. But then they end up and come back. You'll see a person, a woman my age, they still live with their parents, or men my age, they still live with their parents because they don't have the means, but then the certificates are there. So this thing OnPassive has done is just like, oh my God, because sometimes when people are looking at it from a distance, they are not getting it yet. But now that it's home, everybody will draw a bit closer and they find out what is there. It gets viral. I think that what Mr. Mufara is doing indeed is uplifting humanity, because how much young Africans are going to benefit from this? Not only Egyptians, Africans themselves, and the strategic position where Egypt stands is a kind of intersection between Africa, the United Arab Emirates, and so on, and even maybe some part of Europe or so. So it just stands like it's very strategic to the world. First, because of its touristic attractions, and then secondly, because of the economic part of Africa. It's just a dream come true to us. I can assure you, we all are just smiling, and everybody is really happy about this opportunity. Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, like I say, it's a jump off point, if you like, for Africa,
Mhm.
and the start. So what you have to kind of look at within Africa is the safety, the security, the economic side, the
Mhm.
the size of potential market, the uh,
Mhm.
type and strategic age group within the marketplace, along with many other factors. So, if you look at Africa as a continent, that's one of the first places you would look at.
Yep.
Okay, then further down, like South Africa, for instance, and then you've got lots of other places, particularly Nigeria is up and coming, as you well know, and then to some of the smaller countries. But the most important thing for a lot of the smaller countries is to rid themselves of the corruption side of things
Yes.
before you start moving. It's perhaps it's wrong to put an office at the moment in places like Burkina Faso or
Yes.
Angola, or because of the current situation. So Egypt makes sense, absolutely makes sense.
I know. I don't know how you got that, because exactly that is how I feel to being that I'm African, because the corruption thing. So it's just kind of Ash is just beginning from the right beginning. That is the only place where you could quickly, like, easily go without corrupting or doing something.
Yeah, I mean,
However, mhm,
you're quite right. At the end of the day, the vast majority of countries and governments within those countries are the wrong way inclined. And obviously, South Africa may have been on the list, but at the end of the day, with the issues with the electricity and the load
mhm,
shedding that they're doing at the moment, it
mhm,
doesn't make sense to use somewhere like that.
right.
So yeah, the more I think about it, the more it makes sense to me,
Mhm.
to do.
That's very, very true, Andy, because I just believe that this is that moment where I tell fellow Africans, let's discuss Africa. It's Africa here. I think nobody should mind that we're here, because, of course, it happened yesterday. Andy, what I'm saying is, I feel like most of the time I tell fellow Africans that we are that chosen generation, because other generations have come and gone. They might have liked to see the change happen, but then the means was not there. So I think that it's all left on us who have seen Mr. Mufare's vision. We know exactly what it's all about, and he's capable of making the change. However, I think we have a task in our hands to kind of educate ourselves and make this thing happen, because OnPassive can only happen where there is no corruption, because it's here to do that correction. And there's no way they can tweak it to say, let's consider a bit of corruption here. Am I right? Yeah.
You are, but what you do is you change the thought process of humanity. and automatically the corruption has to go away, because people just say, no, sorry, I'm not going to do that anymore. We're not taking that anymore. So by changing humanity first and changing the mindset of people, then everything else has to fall into place. Do you see what
Yes.
I'm getting at?
Exactly. That's very true. There's this saying too. I know even about when it comes like some of us who again who have been subject of colonialism and stuff. When you come to freedom, or stuff like that, they always say it begins from the mind. When you free your mind from anything, freedom from slavery, from corruption, from all of those things, when your mind is free from it, that okay, I know that it's not right and I can't do it again, I believe that any other one will follow suit. I believe that that's what you mean, in other
Yeah,
words.
absolutely. That's absolutely
Yeah.
what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So when you see, like earlier on, when you said the older generations, or you thought you would have been 30 years younger, I just smiled because I think, I don't know, I'm about 40, so you can call me the older generation. I don't mind. I don't really.
No, I'm talking about over 50s, and you're not there yet. So
I know. Okay. So, however, let's go to what I have learned from Mr. Mufare. I was going to say that, but then I could not see you here. I don't let you discuss this Egypt part. What I've learned from Ash, especially this day he launched, he didn't launch, at least he brought all staff to us. There's this thing he said. So listen, there's no official time to start doing something, so when the moment that idea comes to mind and you think that I badly want to do this thing, I really, so my gut feeling, I feel that if I do this thing, it's going to work, it's going to help, stand up and do it. And he said, look at me, if I did not start on passive, we would not be here today. Because I know that sometimes we complain, say, oh, I think I'm a bit older, oh, I think I'm poor, oh, I think I'm black, oh, I think I'm short, oh, I think I'm tall. But I think that when we look at things, seeing the possibilities and everything, and then looking at you, because as far as I'm concerned, you may have the figures, but the physique and every other thing looks like 30 to me, because that's how you are, which means the
I
world
had a
is
hard
still.
paper round.
Yes, I can assure you, if Andy, you don't know how much I've been encouraged on this platform. And with no disrespect, I had an interview with somebody I really did respect a lot. He was above 70. So I asked him what he does for a profession. He told me that his job is to help senior citizens with small tasks. He was above 70. I thought he was a senior citizen, but he told me he helps senior citizens. So you are only 50 plus one, maybe, and stuff like that. So let's use this to encourage people that the time to start is now. I think so.
Well, let's put it this way: the Colonel Sanders, the guy that created the chicken place, the
Yeah,
KFC, yeah,
KFC, genau.
he
Yes,
didn't become a millionaire until he was in his late 60s.
65, yeah.
Yeah, so you're right. At the end of the day, the time is now. That's why they call it's the present. That's why they call it the present. It is for us a present. So the past is the past. You can't do anything about that. But what I've taken from Ash more than anything else is baby steps. You just
Yes.
take that steps. You have that vision and you know where you want to go, but you've got to take the steps that go to the next stage, the next stage, the next, and so on. So
Exactly.
just by taking that first step is a start on a journey. If you're
Mhm.
doing a 200-mile road trip, you don't see the destination. You only see, if it's at night, you only see 100 yards in front of you, and because that's what the lights light up. So
Mhm.
that's the way a business should be.
Mhm.
We know what we want as the final destination. We just need to keep going. Keep
Mhm.
going. Yeah.
Exactly. You're talking about destination, and it comes back again to what he said yesterday. He was like, success in itself. It's not the events like the one we had yesterday. It's not the destination, but the whole journey. So when you start with these steps, when you make step one, take the second step. Don't give up before you get to the destination. So I think.
It's you'll see that 80% or all of those that fail, they have generally taken 80% of the journey has
Mhm.
taken 20% of the journey has taken 80% of the time.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that other 80% comes very quickly. But most people reach that 80% mark and go, doesn't work. I won't go any further.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
not. That's the difference. That's why if you ask a millionaire why or how did he achieve it, he says it's in here.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is a mindset.
Exactly. You know, I listen a lot to this guy, Brian Tracy. He's a Canadian American author and motivational speaker. There's something where he says, when you imitate what rich people or successful people do, you will become successful. So we have an epitome of success of this century in front of us, which is Mr. Ash Mufare, and the great people we have met, and the empowerment will have all it takes to succeed. Is there any reason for someone to fail in our generation now?
No, none whatsoever. Like you, I've been, well, not like you. I've been looking for something like this for
Like
40,
me.
45 years. Yeah,
Yeah.
you not quite so long, but you move from one shiny object to the next
Yep.
because
Yep.
it's okay. Well, this one will work. No, it doesn't. Okay, on to the next one. So no, that one doesn't work. But this is different. This is totally different because this has been designed for people to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't been designed any other way. So 97% of those that fail,
Mm-hmm.
this is an opportunity where they can succeed. And
Exactly.
anyone can succeed. It doesn't matter what walk of life you're from. All you have to do is pay attention to what's going on, have a
Mm-hmm.
look, start to learn things, and then take advantage of it and
Exactly.
use the system. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very important. So we just want to remind people, guys, that today is I just seen a question here, but because we were not ready, except that Andy would be nice enough, go if it's me, I would say he should attend a meeting. I think we have heroes today, and we are just going to be doing all connect, I think, or mostly all connect, except that people want to comment a bit on the event of yesterday. But then we want to do a lot today on all connect so that it gets everybody going. So there is a webinar today. Heroes webinar is today at 7 p.m. UK time, right? Which is 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So, guys, Andy will be there to answer every question. Collins would be there. All of the leaders who are the Heroes leaders and the OTech Pro, everybody is there waiting for you to bring all your questions. So, yeah, missionaries for Africa. We're starting. We were just waiting for this moment, so we'll start again, guys. So just hold on. So what I'm talking is about today. Any other thing, if you need help, if you've been trying on O Connect and having issues, the time is now. The moment is now. So guys, just go ahead and do it. So Auntie, if you would like to comment maybe on your experience on O Connect throughout the week as we started with the trial, you can go ahead so that we round out and prepare for
Well,
heroes.
we've yeah, wow, I think so. We've tried or been on 5 or 6 or 4 or 5,
Mm-hmm.
and we got to play with all the buttons. So everyone's going, "Oh, look at this! Look at see how this works! Oh, look at that! That's
All right.
fantastic! Look at what about that one? Oh, wow! How'd you do? Wow! Look at that!" So we're all kind of been teaching each other how to play with things and what to look at, and so
Exactly.
yeah, it's been really really good fun.
Yes.
And we're learning along the way by having fun. So, um, it's really interesting to see all the bits and pieces that are added in at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
There is no comparison with any other video conferencing platform that I've ever seen that gives you this interactive opportunity.
That's
So
true.
yeah, phenomenal, phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there's a few things that we still want to learn, so we're still going to practice with this. We've got 14 days anyway.
Sure, definitely.
But,
That's what
yeah,
I was saying yesterday. That these 14 days, I mean, they just like gold to me because I will use it to maximum to learn, practice, practice, practice. You know. So by the
yeah.
time we're ready, you already have it in grip, and you just kick it up and start going. So let me share something really quick. And because people have been peeping at this. Some people who did not believe, they started coming after us. So somebody joined us, who is not yet a founder, but then he came in through my affiliate link. So it was one day after her son's birthday. So what did we do? We celebrated birthday. We played the birthday song. We changed the background and put the sticker at the bottom. Is rolling with it. This she was like, "Oh my God, I think I'm more than happy and satisfied with this thing you have shown me." So it's just crazy. People. it's very irresistible. One, like I was saying, Andy, you comment on this too. One, I've said, don't convince people. Just tell people what ONPASSIVE is about. If somebody is not believing or they're dragging their feet, leave them, because they will discover it. But then if somebody is interested or they have been asking you for it, you share your affiliate link. What do you think, Andy?
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, obviously, all you're doing with the link is sending the registration page for people to register and then go into the ecosystem. So personally, I'm holding back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I want OConnect to stabilize properly so that it's nice and smooth and a smooth transition. Because if you're going to talk to people that use this every day, they want to make sure it's right. Because
Mm-hmm.
if for any reason there's a problem linking or getting into the system, then they'll go back to using their old one. So I'd rather let it settle, let things stabilize. You know, we're not in any hurry here.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
we've got to make sure that everything's stable, everything's sorted, and then bang, away we go. And you may find that we'll have some introductory videos that we'll then be able to send out. And obviously the links then,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to start seeing links that are linked to the particular products. So whether
Mm-hmm.
it's the social media or OMail or OConnect or whatever. So so this will give you or give people an idea of what it's all about before they go to register.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Perfect.
I'm personally I'm holding off a little bit.
All right. Sure. Sure. People
I'm
are just
building my lists, Comfort. I'm
I
building my
know.
list.
I know. I think that's important. There should be nobody here who doesn't know about Andy's list building, so we can't go into that. Meanwhile, guys, come at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time today. Let's have our heroes webinar. If you have been testing or connect, bring your questions. If you've been struggling to access it, you have one problem or the other, come over, learn, ask questions. So on this note, Andy would like to take a break so that we prepare for Heroes later. So thank you
Absolutely.
so much
Thanks,
for
Comfort.
joining. Yeah, thanks guys, and see you again soon. Bye. Yeah.